4 days, I didn't get to see my child. I had her on Sunday, and I didn't get to see her until that following Sunday. They didn't know what was wrong with me. They tested me for COVID every day, and it came back negative every day. When I asked them, okay, if this test comes back negative, can my child come back into this room with me? The World Health Organization had just made a statement and was like, if a pregnant woman has COVID and gives birth, do not take the baby from her because her breast milk can heal the child. So I'm literally sitting there arguing with the nurse, arguing with the charge nurse, arguing with the pediatric nurse, arguing with the pediatrician on why I should have my child with me. And they're like, well, as the pediatrician, I'm in charge. Oh, one nurse, I got the name too. I'll release all the names when I get home because my fiance wrote it down in a book. One of the nurses told me that if I discharge myself, because I told them I feel like they're not giving me adequate quick care, I would like to discharge myself and go to another hospital, that my baby could not leave with me and they would have to call CPS and they would take my child. They forced me to stay in that hospital when they couldn't diagnose me. I saw 3 infectious disease doctors. 3 of them. All of them told me with confidence that I did not have COVID. They've seen this. They've seen it in pregnant women. I don't have that. They don't know what's going on with me. Would you guys like to know what I was diagnosed with? I'll tell you. I had blood clots in my incision that were traveling, that was causing my body to throw a fever. I could have died because they were so concerned with me having COVID that they weren't doing their job as doctors. They don't believe Black women. They don't believe you. They don't believe whether you say you're in pain or not. They don't believe any of the ailments that you're describing that you might have. They don't believe you.
Y'all, I had to share that with you because when we actually hear each other's testimonies of what is really going on and what has really happened, it shows you the reality of what it means to be a Black mother in the U.S. And when it comes to how traumatic birth for us can be in these hospitals, how scary it can be. You have situations where, God forbid, your child has a health condition or you have a health condition where you have to be separated for any amount of time, which is never ideal. But obviously, if it is for the health and wellness of you or the baby, then you got to do what you have to do. But to be pulled away from your child because of confusion, of lack of knowledge, of whatever protocols are in place is simply cruel. What this mom went through was cruel. And if you've ever gone through something like this, and to this mom, I am so sorry. I am so sorry. That was not okay. You should have never had to experience something like that. No mom should ever have to go through something like that. Being pulled away from your child and then not feeling like you had an advocate there for you. Not being able to touch and feel your child for no great reason. Like, it's just heartbreaking. So I had to share this with you all. Definitely let's pour out love to this mom for what she went through. And also, y'all, don't be afraid to share your testimonies, because the more people understand what really goes on, the more people will get why having more holistic and more natural and proactive birthing experiences, especially for Black women in this country, is so important.